What you mean? Woo! Don't know what you think, compare me to. Adrenaline popping, the blood will be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it. Tell all of my I got a new girl. Wait. You tell the that I'm the bank and I want my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge. I want it, they gon' call the feds. I just bought a cost an arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw a hissy fit. Call up Cassie, asked if she broke up with Diddy yet. I told Shorty if she talking, and she gon' call her friends up and
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Chargers going up against the Browns.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it, and the defense did exactly that.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Flex round!
Here's Kaiser. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Cameron Meredith, 76 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And now it's third down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. To throw is Kaiser. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now our first carry for Melvin Gordon. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, 2nd to last in the entire NFL. 2nd down, offense behind the sticks here, 2nd and 13.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shelton. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. This is Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Shift together here from the D-line. Following the interception, Kaiser got his man complete over the middle. That's Norman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Kaiser on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down. When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's 3rd and 4.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Let's go. Try 38.
Back to throw here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield, and who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He'll drop to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Let's go.
A toss play, Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Here we go.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Come on, let's go. Ohio. 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 Come on, let's go. Ohio. Ohio. Come on, let's go. Ohio.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go. Ohio.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey. Four down. Here we go.
From the gun, Kaiser. Over the middle, complete. That's Potter. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 17-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. From the red zone now, Kaiser. His throw caught at about the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 23. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So it's on to halftime. Hold that thought, Mr. Ridley. We've got a trip to the title game on the line. Folks are eager to get right back to the action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And it's complete. Henry. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd down to the offense needing 5 yards. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shelton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. And now a 1st down following that long gain. On the counter, here's Gordon. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Let's go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go!
On 3rd down, Kaiser. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A swing pass caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really doesn't.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Flushed out right. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Down to about the 22 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Time running out here on the play clock. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Throw left side complete. It's Potter. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio. Come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Second down, Kaiser. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, Kaiser. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns have moved out in front.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
The Charger offense making their way back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
For the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. First down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Taylor Gabriel from 6 yards away. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down. Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. Here's Kaiser. Over the middle, complete. It's Norman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, a 22. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Here we go. What? 90.
Kaiser. Now he's forced out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here we go.
Now a handoff working right. And he'll be knocked down sideways. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down following the run.
Let's go. What? None. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out come the Chargers. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Come on, let's go. What? None. What? None. Flex round. Flex round.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they got confidence. And a loose football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They'll look to throw here on first down. And no as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They said beginning of the year, our goal is to get into the conference championship.